down. Oh, there you go, cute.
Dude, what is up with my fucking tracking today? It's odd.
The new PC's not built yet. That's what's up.
Yeah. Let's run off my fucking right foot. See if that wants to fix anything. Maybe put it to a different fucking Bluetooth channel.
God,
You
I
considered
my
hitting the
tracking map
GUI
again,
to
I
fix
haven't
it.
touched it yet.
Yo. I'm gonna love doing that.
what?
Yeah.
Treating this motherfucker like a soccer ball.
Honestly, we could make it so that you have a collider with a particular name, and your foot has a collider with a particular name, and then when you kick, you'll actually punt the avatar.
I've already got a name for my
Dude,
foot.
what
I've
is
already got a
wrong
name
with
for my
my
foot
today?
collider. I call it
It was in
Reason.
one of my tutorials. I was looking up, and I was like,
Okay.
oh, yeah,
Hey guys,
this is name
guys.
schemes.
Guys,
Yes.
I started.
No way.
Oh.
Yeah, starting
Good
right
morning.
now.
Oh, chat,
Yeah,
hello.
yeah.
How's it going? Peace.
Yes.
peace. Oh.
Hi, chat. So I got the gang over here. A couple of some
Yeah.
interesting people around me. We're gonna
And
I
be
heard I
talking
was gonna
about-
get paid. Can we talk about
You're getting
payment
paid?
first?
Shh, we're not
Yeah.
talking about that. Shh. You're
No.
here of your own free will, okay?
You signed a lease.
Yeah, my own free will of getting
Yeah,
paid.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to make sure that
An
that's
NDA.
clipped.
You signed an NDA.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Look,
So,
it's
like-
a lease.
Not about my payment.
We don't worry about that. Where does it come from?
Just renting outside. We took him inside.
Okay, that's the. Oh, yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna get
He's
it.
actually
Okay,
homeless.
Here you go.
Spoke to the homeless guy.
Okay, so today.
Yeah, the payment in question is a Big Mac meal.
Why y'all talking
Wow.
about food?
I'm sorry.
I'm
Justin,
sorry.
take it away. I'm sorry.
Okay, so pretty much today we're going to be having a recap of talking about anime. We're not going to be set on a year this time per se, so we're going to be talking about best animes that you should definitely watch for sure. So,
S tier game.
Yes. So, Cardinal, I'm going to leave that up to you to start it off. You start talking about the ones you like.
Yeah, the connoisseur.
All right,
Yes.
number one, which I just turned on to the hobo over here. Hell's Paradise. So, as a new watcher, Odin, why don't you tell us what you love about Hell's Paradise?
So quick synopsis from my understanding. There's this dude,
Spoilers.
right? What's his name again? Spoilers. Yeah. There's this dude. What's his name again?
We'll
The main
call him
character,
Hashima.
if you will.
We'll call him Hashima.
Sure,
right
Hashima.
now.
There you go.
Yeah.
It starts with like an M or something. Anyways, so this dude,
Hollow.
right?
Gabimaru.
Gabimaru the Hollow. He goes by the Hollow on account of the fact that he's lost his humanity. Now, what does that mean per se? Well, that is because he is shinobi. And in this universe of Hell's Paradise, when you become shinobi, you have to give up like a part of your personality, a part of yourself. Basically, you have to become the ultimate killing machine, kind of like CIA psyop kind of deal, right? So
He does
he
kill.
becomes a CIA operative, and he does his job so well that he actually gets captured, and they want to kill him. But because he's shinobi, right? He actually can't die. That's one of the weird quirks that I've heard so far. So because Gabimaru can't die, we don't really know why. They keep trying to kill him. They're like, whatever. We're gonna send you to this place by order of the Emperor, and
Apparently hell.
which is apparently hell or paradise. Maybe Hell's Paradise. Oh my God, he said the name of
Yeah.
the show. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Canon.
they're gonna send him to Hell's Paradise. You're gonna meet a cast of wonderful characters, and I mean, I don't want to give too much away from there, but it's like a really novel concept. I compare it to a book called Annihilation, which I don't know if you've seen it or not. It, in fact, the movie adaptation of the book stars Natalie Portman, the lady who plays Padme from Star Wars. Check it out. Very similar vibes so far, or at least in my opinion. But yeah, how's that sound?
Yeah, no,
That
it sounds
sounds
freaking
pretty good.
beautiful.
You explained it pretty
Yeah,
well.
honestly.
Yeah,
color
yeah. I
palette's
mean, that's
amazing,
just
by
like
the
the
way.
first few. That's just like the first few episodes too. Like it gets so much better, and then we're on a fucking cliffhanger for season 2. Unfortunately,
Yeah, really
That's the way
bad
it
one.
goes.
Go
Actually.
wait for that one right now.
horrible,
Yeah.
horrible cliffhanger. Like
But
right in the middle
banging
of a fight.
opening.
Yeah.
Banging
Mhm.
Oh
opening.
my gosh.
Yeah,
The
great opening.
The art is amazing.
Ooh, the color palette when they transition from mainland to Hell's Paradise, the island.
Mhm.
Freaking great.
100%.
Vivid colors all
Also,
the way.
like
Oh my
the
gosh.
tone
Paradise.
shift when things hit. You
The
feel
art
it.
style is beautiful. Oh my gosh!
Anything to
Like
compare it to either.
they
Hmm.
really, I want to compare it to Annihilation again, actually, unfortunately. But like the neon colors that they decide to use for the color palette once they eventually reach the location that the majority of the show takes place at, it's so vivid, it's so bright, and it does an excellent job kind of capturing this atmosphere of something totally alien, totally like unnatural is the vibe that you're supposed to get. And that is, they do that really well. Do that really well.
Let's move on to the next anime. Jester, first one on your list.
Okay, so let me just grab that real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna recommend Grand Blue. I don't know if any of y'all have seen that before, but Grand Blue pretty much is just a guy who goes to his he goes to visit his cousin from what I remember, and they work at a scuba diving company. That's their whole business. So his first introduction of going there, he goes into there, and for whatever reason, everybody is buck ass naked. Yes.
Wait, what?
Trip.
Yes, because guess there's more context to it. So pretty much he comes in there, he's like, what the hell's going on? Why is all these muscular dudes fucking just bare bootied out?
Anime
It's because-
person.
Yeah, it's anime. There's gonna be some butt
Anime
cheeks popping
plot.
up at some point.
You love to
so-
see it. You love to see it.
Yeah, you can't avoid it. It's always gonna be there. So pretty much the whole point of the stripping game was because they lost in some kind of like weird drinking strip competition with some other members of the group. But besides
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
What are you gonna do?
you can't avoid it. But yeah, so
Alcohol's involved.
besides
You're bound
that,
to be naked.
the whole thing is about pretty much just like a lot of wacky adventure. Oh my gosh, the facial expressions are just. It's kind of like imagine JoJo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like just very randomly strong facial expressions.
Just
It's
roided
just-
teenagers.
Actually,
Sorry,
I really enjoy that.
non-teenagers.
Yeah.
Honestly, these characters are all adults, which is rare. These characters are all adults,
Oh
college students,
god!
and that's
They're all
rare
adults.
for anime. That's very rare.
That's
for
good to
anime.
hear. That is very rare, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a scuba diver. I like scuba diving. I think it's pretty
Yeah.
fun. Do they do any scuba diving though?
Yeah, they actually do. So they actually
they
do
do?
teach
Okay.
you some stuff about like the equipment,
Oh.
how to use it, about the different pressure levels and everything. You know, the basic stuff you would need to know.
Tell me something you
going
learned,
into
Jester.
it. Well, I
I'll
can't
tell you
say
this
So
off
it's
the-
educational.
Well, I've learned that you have
It tries to be.
I'm going to try.
Could I get my scuba diving license by only engaging in the material brought forth from the anime?
Short-lived? No, probably not.
Probably not. You'll at least learn how to live a little bit.
It's like that
Learn how
one
to live
anime.
a little bit.
How heavy is your dumbbells? I could start to work out and then suffer from chronic pains. But you know,
There you go.
Anime can only teach you so much, but the rest you got to learn on your own.
I beg to differ. Anime taught me everything I know.
hey,
I'm
is
homeless,
it only
by the
men
way.
in that anime, Jester? In Grand Blue? Is it only men?
It's like
Only
about
men.
3 female characters. So the majority of the characters are guys, but there's like 3
Darn,
female
darn.
characters that are in there. So
Is it like a
Sorry, Chad.
reverse harem type
No
situation?
yaoi here.
well, let's say it's like a slight joke of it introducing somewhat yaoi, but it's just more like a slasher kind of joke thing. So it's
I
not
got
like
you.
the
Have
main
some real
focus.
intense moments under the waves. Very
Mhm.
romantic.
Yeah, but a bunch of goofy ass characters. You get to learn stuff about diving. You get to learn about the equipment. You see the characters and their weird interaction with one another, where things get very, very
Yeah.
chaotic, and some of these characters are pretty stupid.
I hope
How
they
do
use the
they-
term BCD.
How do they address like dialogue? Like, do they talk underwater at all? Like, I
Hand
feel like.
signals, usually.
They don't. They do. Yeah, they do a bit of hand signaling.
Oh,
but,
okay.
So it's a bit of that, but majority of the time they're above the water when they're like talking to each other.
Oh, I see.
think there was a
Like the
time where they
exposition's up there, and
tried
then
to talk,
okay.
but I think someone was choking.
yeah, I imagine that might happen when you're underwater speaking.
Mm-hmm. So it was an
Yeah.
attempt to
Unfortunate.
do
Shock.
it. All I
Comes
can
down to
say,
it.
the anime is just funny as hell.
Well,
You
now I
get
know not to
learn
do
some
that for
stuff.
when I get my license. Yeah.
Funny, educational, S tier. Also, it's
Mhm.
about scuba
S
diving,
tier.
so try it out. Also, look into scuba diving. It's a fun hobby. You should do it. When you do the license,
yeah.
you keep it forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
That
right,
anime
are we
would actually
tiering
make
this
you
stuff?
want to try it.
Huh?
Honestly.
Hell's
Well, this
Hell's
is all
Paradise is
S
S tier too. Then.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's all
All
S tier
tier?
anime recommends.
All of them,
yeah, all
all of
S
them.
tier. Yeah.
Oh,
and
I
then
gotta-
Another episode we'll do completely trash, like avoid with the 10-foot pole, and maybe some duct tape. All right, next one on, which is an S tier anime that recently was released. Well, not recently, back in 2017. Castlevania, based on a game, which is actually pretty cool. Side scroller, super fucking good, super fucking good.
I love
this
Twilight. Yeah.
Dracula, freaking like vampire hunters.
Love this man.
Yeah,
Freaking
Edward Cullen.
gospel.
Yeah.
No, sparkly vampire. No.
No,
Sorry, my
like,
Wrangler's here to
Conjuring
keep me on
demons.
track. Yeah.
I'm
Art
here to heckle
style's
you.
really intense, super cool. Fucking the dialogue alone is very quirky, also very uncensored, which is why I love this so much. Uncensored, they will say all the slurs underneath the sun. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go and give us a few.
No,
As an example. Okay.
But they also do the funny accents. Like all the voice actors actually attempt to build within the kind of what's the word?
The world, the general
Accent.
area.
Yeah, I don't want to say world though.
Culture?
Like
World building.
world building. Something.
Lore.
But basically, they'll do like
Canon.
I says to him, it's a go. They'll do the weird cool stuff. But
Yeah.
Anyway.
They add flavor.
yeah, SS, they really like flesh out vampires and how their society works, humans, their role, demons. But it's a cute love story of a man who just lost his wife and wants to destroy the whole world. And this
Yes.
ragbag team of misfits come together to
My wife.
stop him.
My
So-
life. If
But,
anything,
yeah.
we can
Okay,
definitely say
okay.
he's the most patient man in the world.
Most patient man in the world.
Yes.
Definitely.
Great man.
Vampires
Also,
tend to
it
be
does, like,
patient. Yeah.
super cool science though. There's a lot of science in it too, so they don't just leave it all to fantasy and magic.
Oh yeah, the
But,
way I
yeah.
use magic is very
Great
unique and
dialogue.
it's different. It's like very flowy.
Oh,
especially
wait,
this
what
one
do they do?
They're doing
specific
science
character,
and magic
Cypher.
together.
Yeah.
What do you mean,
Cypher. What does Cypher do?
Cypher?
Um,
Oh no, like
Oh, never mind. Cypher is one of the characters who pretty much is like the main magic user in the show.
oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
her, yeah.
Oh my god, she
She's,
makes battle magic. Look, I don't know what it's called. I forgot the name of it.
What is she
but,
called? She's a speaker, not a speaker.
Yes, I think it's a speaker.
Yeah, speaker. Yeah, speaker.
speaker.
So she's like a gypsy variant where they roam around, and the group is called the Speakers,
Oh.
and they like record
Mhm,
verbal history passed down. But they try to like homage and missionary trips and all that stuff. But it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Next one, just on your
Okay,
list.
okay. Let me see.
I want to talk about prison school so bad, but I can't do
Oh,
it this
prison
episode.
school.
I can't do it about this episode. It's so good. If you
Okay,
want to
okay,
know,
okay.
look it up.
My hand, stop rotating. Okay, so this other one is called Children of the Whale. So
Oh, I remember that one.
yeah, like it was a very short-lived anime, but I can definitely say it's really good. So from what I remember, it started off in like a small kind of like offshore village area because like they're pretty much floating in the island. So they're
Oh,
all
okay.
living their peaceful life. Everything's pretty mundane. Nothing really overly eventful is happening. The people of the area have these kind of like special abilities that I think it's specialized depending on each person or whichever. But they have magic that helps them go through their day, and they're just living like a very simple village kind of life. Until one day, some people from the past that the village elders know about comes back over and starts massacring all the people on that island because of something from their past. And
So they got canceled.
pretty much. But the
Similar.
You hate to
driving
see
story
it.
of the
Somebody probably made a
anime-
bad Twitter post. Yeah.
But the driving point of the anime is to figure out what was the cause for these people to coming after them in the first place. A lot of secrets have to be discovered. The
Mhm.
source of their magic is also being brought up and where it's coming from and like what happened in the past that caused this
Okay,
mass
okay.
freaking, I don't want to say that specific word, but you get my point.
Yeah.
But the character development, all the characters are, you'll feel for them. Like even though the anime is short, you feel for them. It's more of like a world where people are living with their emotions and letting it flow, and the other ones who are like the main villains of the story are people who do not believe in emotions, and it should be like cast aside.
Ah,
So
okay,
it's like
okay.
conflicts of belief, and that's pretty much
Interesting
what
music
drives
score.
the anime.
Interesting.
Yeah, the music
Would
is
Got
would
an
you-
interesting music score. They use whales.
Would you
actually
consider
as
that
part of
that's
the
like,
music.
is that like the premise of the show? Is that like the main takeaway? Is
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
learning to
it's
cope
like-
with feelings?
Yeah, pretty much. Like one of the main characters who is pretty much from the group that comes and invades them, she's from that side and she has her feelings suppressed, and because she starts interacting with people from the village, she starts to, open up about her past and start to explore her emotions that were repressed.
Okay, okay, that's beautiful. I love it when stories have like a deeper meaning and they can begin to unlock and unfurl in that manner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would say it's a definite watch, and it's like a very kind of like in the art style, it's kind of like a sand. It feels very sandy, like a grainy kind of style to it too. So it really like plays
Oh,
on
interesting.
its work, like it really does.
Do you guys know what's an intense
Okay.
anime that's similar to that? Wonder Egg.
What? Ooh,
Wonder
Wonder
Egg.
Egg.
That's emotional trauma and damage, but
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's on my watch
execution on it.
list.
Very
What?
creative.
That's on my watch list.
You, Odin, don't watch it. Don't watch it, Odin.
Man, why not?
Depression,
It-
dude. It's liquid depression.
Depression.
It really is. I think it's like it's so good. Like
It
Yeah.
talks on very dangerous subjects, but it does it well. And
Stuff
very
like that
well.
tends to hit me pretty hard. Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
only
it
main
hits
issue
most
is
of
how it-
everybody hard.
It's just like
Yeah.
even how it ends. That kind of seems like it didn't get to tell the full story. Like they feel like
I
they
couldn't
just threw a lot
finish
of
it.
stuff at the last minute.
Maybe I need
Oh,
to try it
trust me.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I had to stop halfway. It even brought me
Oh,
to
I-
tears.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing through.
It's rough. It's rough to watch it. It's so
I'm-
good, though.
Built different.
All right. So next anime, Rage of Belmont Virgin Soul. This is the second
Mhm.
one, not the first one. First one, fantastic, standalone, great. But the second one takes off with the main characters from the first one being background characters. This
Oh.
one is a
Mhm.
tale about a dragonkin girl, basically really like pretty girl turns into a dragon, comes from a strong village. They're all dragon people. Freaking cool. She's overly strong. Well, she gets into
So
some
she's like
trouble
an
with...
Argonian? Or like
No. She looks like a normal human girl, but then she can just transform into a dragon and just
Oh,
completely
dope.
annihilate stuff. Yeah, no.
Oh, so
actually
like
super
dragons
cool.
from D&D then that have like a human and like a dragon form.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
Exactly
I'm on
like
track.
that.
I'm on track. Okay,
So
cool.
she
I
works,
always
does
love
stuff
that,
in the
yeah.
local town, but there's a not I wouldn't say tyrant, but there's a leading king's candidate guy who's basically trying to take over, and he runs into her in her dragon form and starts to beat the crap out of each other, and they're pretty evenly matched. She's a dragon, he's really OP, strong.
Okay.
And throughout the whole story as they go, they actually kind of fall in love without realizing it, but they continue
Oh,
to try to kill
enemies
each
to
other.
lovers. Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he doesn't
yeah.
realize she's a dragon. She doesn't realize she knows he's the bad guy, but she won't tell him. But they fall in love. He becomes a cripple. and
Shucks.
basically, that's the cuteness
Yeah.
here. But
That's the cuteness. Yeah.
main bad thing that goes on is there's a world-ending dragon like Hellkite or something from like World of
Okay.
Warcraft being awoken, which
Yeah.
spins off from the first one, the story.
Wait,
first
is
Rage
it like a
of Belmont.
kaiju? Is it fucking huge?
It's
is it
it's
huge?
huge.
It's
It's
huge.
world-ending.
It's huge.
Oh, I love
And it's like a
kaijus.
stone
Okay.
dragon locked away magic. But
Okay.
Uh,
yeah.
on her journey and her master's journey, which is the old primary character from the first one, they run into these like demons and all these other guys, and basically their ego gets stomped in so hard that they become comedy relief. They like enter him stage wise. He's like super cool demon prince, OP power, and he just gets literally
I've
shafted.
like wiped
completely.
Yeah.
So he's just the butt of the joke the entire time, and he tries to get it back, but he always fails. Miserably.
Yeah, it's
Very bad, very bad. But, yeah,
that's
so that's
such
that
a
anime.
funny little quirk that anime likes to do, where they'll
It's
just
so
like
worth
set
it.
something up, like they'll build up like this thing and then just like wipe it away immediately.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Just toss away into the trash bin. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
great anime. Watch the first one.
it's a nice-
second one.
yeah, it's-
Fantastic.
It's
Fantastic.
a good subversive
Definitely
writing
need another
technique,
one.
though.
We definitely
Oh
need
yeah.
another
Oh
one.
yeah. All right, Jester, take it away for the next.
Well, this other one, it's a unique anime. I can definitely say that one. It's called Aho Girl.
Oh,
feel like you
that was
might
on
have
my
said-
list.
Oh,
That was on
okay.
my list.
Interesting.
No, that's good. That's good.
Okay,
That's
so
your
pretty
anime.
much it's a the usual high school anime where there's these two childhood friends. So there's this one girl who's just extra stupid on a whole other level of stupid. You know,
It loves bananas.
loves bananas. That's the running joke. Her loving bananas, and she's just fucking stupid.
A
And
lot of
her,
everyone does.
let's say, her forceful childhood friend, as a guy, man cannot stand her at all because
And is a
every
big good chat.
interaction, yeah,
I got a lot of friends like that. Yeah.
interaction with her, he is like he is so close to killing her because everything she does is so damn
Killing
stupid
her?
and so damn frustrating.
That's the
yes,
twist. Crime
that is
drama.
the- yes.
Murder.
It's
the,
a true
the amount
crime.
of times.
Oh, really? No.
No. But the amount of times, because I can honestly, it makes sense because like every time he tries to get away from her, she always finds a way to get right back to him, and she does not comprehend that he does not give no shits about her. Like he tries to be nice. She's been bothering him since they were children, since they were like itty bitty. And
Yeah,
since
at a
then, she
certain
has
point, you
latched
just like
herself.
they're not gonna get the message.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
if you're
This
expecting
anime
a
after
takes
year
the
romance-
2 or
spectrum
3,
and gives
yeah.
you the two extremes from each other and
Yeah.
then throws
That's
it out.
wild. I imagine
there's
that
like-
creates some like interesting situations.
Oh, it definitely does.
I mean,
If you want, you watch
Ignorance
it.
is bliss, and obliviousness is priceless.
It's chaos. It's
Yeah, yeah.
chaos.
Oh, and like
It-
that must be amazing from a comedic perspective too. Like that leaves a lot of
heck yeah.
room for some
Oh, heck
funny
yeah.
moments. Yeah.
Oh, there's been a lot of funny moments, and like, there's no romance. There's no romance in it. Do not expect any romance out
What?
of this.
It's not
This
like a
guy-
rom-com thing?
No,
No,
they try
okay.
because they do introduce another girl. Because the thing is that the girls in this anime, I don't think you want to pair them with anybody. Okay, you got one girl who's fucking got no marbles in that brain of hers, who's fucking annoying. You got the guy who is just tired of it all, just wants a normal, everyday life without all her chaos that she keeps bringing into his life. And then they
Yeah.
bring up another girl. Wait, there's two other girls. One that's just the stupid girl's friend. She's pretty much the peacemaker who tries to try to like soften things out. So I feel like maybe her, but no. But then the other girl who they bring up to be a possible love interest for the guy is a stalker.
Oh, okay.
She's kind of like a stalker. Like I
This
don't
show
know.
sounds wild.
She
Yeah.
brings like she's giving the vibe that she might be like a yan. Oh man, not even a yandere. A masochist. Yeah, that's what.
Oh.
It is. Because
Trip.
I don't know. I think it's like, from what I remember, because he kind of denies her or rejects her in some kind of way, that
Mhm.
it somehow just like it flips a switch for her, and she just
Really?
opened a brand new door. And he's just like, "Bitch, get out my face." He's just like, "Out my face." Man does not care. He will punch a woman out, like legit.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
What a dude.
Equal
Okay,
rights,
and this is
equal
the
fights.
male.
Yeah,
This is
he
the
is the
main
definition of
character.
equal rights, equal fights. Definitely, he does not care. But
Man.
the anime is just funny. It's wild. You can see the patience being tested, and it's just like a funny little thing that you don't need to take seriously. If anything, you're gonna feel bad for the guy. Like this is a
Okay,
good possible
okay.
option for a guy who's per se being put in a romance situation that has no interest in that, and the
A
options are shit.
situationship.
The options are shit.
Bro.
But yeah.
So it's just this guy who doesn't care dealing with all these like horribly toxic situations.
Pretty much, yeah. Exactly. hmm
What's the name of this one again?
Aho Girl.
Aho Girl. That's cool.
Which means dumb or moron in Japanese.
Yep, dumb girl. Yep, straight
Ah.
up, straight to the point.
Yep.
Dumb
Next
girl.
anime. If you guys
Killer.
like grandpas and you like mecha, well, I guess cybernetic, and you like
Grandpas.
seeing supercharged, empowered elderly beat the crap out of the young,
Mechanical grandpa.
basically you want to
Wait,
watch
sounding familiar.
Inuyashiki Last Hero. Aliens
Oh.
Aliens?
hit these two people and they become mechanized units like autopsy everything. They just become supercharged. And they basically
Interesting.
try to figure out what's going on with them. And one goes evil, one goes good, and one's a failure dad, and the other one's just a failure son. And they duke it out in super powered alien charged humans, and they run on water, which is weird. But
That's
yeah,
wild. Okay.
super funny, crazy art, crazy visuals, but honestly, great story. And it's you really feel and root for the old guy beating the crap out of the youngin.
Definitely. Yeah.
But insane, just insane. Basically, just like Evangelion crazy mixed in with just practical, relatable
Evangelion
family
mentioned.
matters.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, that S tier anime, great. I think it's a movie,
True.
so sit down with your bows.
So it's like world threatening type stuff.
It potentially.
Yeah,
I feel
because
like it could
potentially-
potentially.
yeah, he's like, they're both like empowered by alien technology within their bodies. Like they literally have become weapons, living
Right. Yeah.
weapons
Yeah. Yeah.
from the like abduction. And one guy just wants to like destroy the world, kind of deal, like because he's
Yeah.
he has teenager problems.
Oh yeah, he's like a light.
Uh.
He's like a light Yagami.
Yeah,
Like his mindset.
Yeah, he just hates his life. That's basically all
Ah,
it
I
is. So he's
see.
like lashing
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
And the old grandpa guy's like, "No, you can't do that," and he beats the crap out of him.
Yeah,
I don't know if he kills him or
teenager.
blows him up, but you'll have to watch to know.
Mm-hmm.
If I could just quickly segue into another anime that was also pretty damn good, which is also a movie. It's called Blame. Movie.
I've
Mostly
heard of
just
that one.
Blame.
Wait. Oh, I've heard of this one.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you have.
This is like right up my alley. Yeah. This is the
Super
kind of
cool.
stuff I get up to. Yeah.
Future sci-fi, apocalypse, but in a different way.
It's weird.
Yeah. Give you synopsis without spoiling it. Is humans were in control of their machines. They lost access, basically authorization or permission to control the machines, and the machines just went on autopilot for like thousands and thousands of years. And
They just
now the
kept going.
humans are just kind of not knowing what's going on and just surviving in this mess. Eating sludge and everything else they can get their hands on until a guy, random strange mysterious stranger, shows up at one of the human villages in the city looking for the net terminal gene, and that's where the journey starts. Very cool sci-fi
yeah.
concept, very unique. Honestly, just
Oh,
good story, really good story.
love the setting. I love the setting. It reminds me a lot of a old sci-fi novel called "I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream" by Harlan Ellison. Absolutely, go read that book. It's like a short novella. It's like about 150 pages or so, like really short. But similar to Blame, like the whole world, even the whole circumference, everything about it is overrun by like a supercomputer, and like it's just there's nothing natural anymore. Like you exist in between spaces around this giant computer. And I thought that's a really cool thing that Blame does too, where it's like the Earth is just totally unrecognizable.
Yeah, it's all just a mechanized on levels of levels
Yeah.
of levels of like structures, all engineered by robots
Mhm.
for robots.
Blame is
But,
super unique looking in that way.
Manga's even crazier. Super dark horror gothic comes to mind. If you've ever seen what is
Oh,
it,
yeah.
Pinhead from what's that one
Pinhead-
movie?
Oh, Hellraiser?
Hellraiser. That guy kind of fits the whole theme for a lot of that in the manga. It's really, really just rigid and sharp, and just dark, very dark.
Yeah.
But beautiful art. But yeah, great movie. Definitely should watch. All right, Jessa, next one.
Sorry, I got distracted. I found a bat.
We got a. Oh, you found a bat?
I found a
Okay.
bat.
Found a bat.
There-
There you
You
go.
gonna hit someone with that bat? Okay.
Whoa.
Swinging around.
Only like, Watch where you're swinging that thing. Hey,
I say we
ow.
suggest a few more
What
anime,
happened?
and then we end the episode.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so let me see. Okay. I feel like this is also another anime I think we were talking about earlier, but it's called Skip Beat.
Oh yes.
Yes. Yo, I see you.
This
Look
one's
at that
favorite
excitement.
anime.
It's not my favorite, but it's up there. Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh, yeah, I've watched this anime so many times, and it's really good. So pretty much, it's about childhood friends who grow up together, and pretty much to the point that they start dating. So the girl is always supporting the guy constantly with everything he does, and she's just his moral support in every single way. She pretty much like does everything for him, to the point that he decides, oh, let me go into becoming an actor. So he becomes an actor, he gets very popular, yada yada yada, and at some point the guy becomes very cocky in his personality. And he starts being disrespectful and disregarding like all the support that she has given him throughout the years. She's like done everything. And at some point he breaks up with her, or he says something like really backhanded towards her, like 'cause his ego's very
Oh,
big.
she overhears him.
Oh, okay. Overhears
yeah.
him talking some shit about her, something like that.
Yeah.
And at some point, I believe he breaks up with her, or I think she just hears it and she kind of just leaves, but one or the other. But pretty much, they end up splitting up, and he just leaves her to the wayside. So over time, she's sad, she's depressed about all this situation, just coming to realize that he never really cared about her and he was just using her this whole time. So she decides to have a whole revenge arc. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
she has a
The exact
big
words I was
revenge
thinking,
arc.
Jessa.
Mhm.
Revenge arc. I was like, is she gonna
Like-
say it? She's gonna say it.
Like consumes her whole personality kind of revenge arc.
Yeah.
Like this is
Totally.
all
Hates
she
this
wants
guy.
to do
Just
now.
wants to
Yeah.
crush him. Absolutely
Mhm.
crush him.
So pretty much, she goes through her revenge arc. She changes her whole appearance, cuts her hair, changes the color, changes her style, revamps herself. So I think she goes into doing acting. I think someone someone notices her new look, and I think she gets scouted or whatever, or she just goes in auditions, and she
The
gets
drink
so.
commercial, right?
I think so. Yeah, it was a dream premiere. It was the first thing, yeah. So she gets, after like the good performance, she starts, little by little ranking up. She starts gaining skills and becoming a very good actor, all because of her deep dedication for revenge against this guy. And she's
Ruining his
actually good. She's really good at her acting skills, all because of this deep drive. So she actually gains a skill because of her hatred for this dude.
She has like an insane amount of like emotional depth to her
Yeah,
character. Like
Mhm.
she's very sarcastic, she can be very playful, and all these things put together naturally makes her a really good actress. But
Yeah.
what she lacks is any real sense of like empathy,
Love.
because she
It's- yeah,
lost
love.
all of it when she left her friend, or when her
Yeah.
friend left her. So like
Mhm.
she like
Emotional
yeah,
damage.
Damage.
So, like, not only is it like this revenge arc, but it's kind of like finding herself again, right?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
now she's
true.
got to figure out her life without arguably her life, right? Like,
Mhm.
because she was doing everything for this guy. Oh my gosh, it's such a good
And
anime.
that
Yeah,
guy
it
gets
revolves all
hella
around-
jealous
Yeah.
and starts hounding her to get back to her.
Yeah, because he starts noticing, like, oh my gosh, she actually, because he used to always talk about how she looked so frumpy and unattractive because of how
Yep.
she dressed. But she changed everything about herself. And no, she's not an ugly girl. There's nothing wrong with her. But he tried
Yeah.
to find every single way to put her down. So
Right.
Always
over
gotta kick
time,
a Chad as
because
competition too.
so over time, because she started to express herself more and came out of her shell, he started to find her more attractive, and he wanted her. So
Which is
he
so
tries
fucking
to
shallow.
pursue. It really fucking
It's
is.
so shallow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So he tries to
I hate
pursue
it.
her, but she ain't having none of that. She's like, fuck this. And there's another guy that gets introduced who I believe might have been someone that she possibly knew in the past too, who is like a very popular actor. And he also kind of like helps her throughout her journey of like improving her acting skill. And romance kind of brews between these two.
Ooh.
Kind let's
as you
say
rotate the bat
kinda.
around.
Stir in the
It's
pot.
Kinda.
Kinda.
Winding
It
up.
gets
Kinda.
But yeah, it's a very good anime. It's about discovering yourself, understanding your emotions, and also not being so codependent on somebody for their approval because you are your own individual. So never be overly dependent on another person, especially if they don't really consider you.
Especially if they don't reciprocate that feeling, right?
Yeah, especially.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
very good anime.
1 or 2, Jesta?
Mm-hmm.
No. That was
Oh.
a
Pick a
question.
number.
I needed an answer. 1 or 2.
What? Two?
One,
Four.
1 or 2. 4? No,
6.5.
that doesn't work.
Wait,
Okay. You pick 2? All right, we're gonna do 2. This is the last one called
Okay.
Love Tyrant.
what? Ooh,
It
that
is
sounds familiar.
comedy, super good comedy. Honestly, I can't even remember most of this anime, but it has every trope of girlfriend you would think, and I guess you would consider it a harem anime. But this girl tries to pair this guy up with a love because she's a Cupid in training, and she winds up creating a massive harem for this guy who gets all the punishment and all the blame all the time because he's got the yandere and the other
Oh.
tropes, which I don't really know. But mostly it's the yandere that just
The
completely
yandere,
kills him every single time.
dendere.
Also, he's immortal. Isn't that great?
Oh,
But-
okay.
It's a whole comedy about love interests and just a meddling, like Cupid-esque angel person who actually falls in
Okay.
love with him too. So she just adds into this giant love square
That's
or
chaotic.
love
Oh, trip.
pentagon. So
Love.
It's a whole.
love
It's
ball.
a whole. It's like a figure eight. Shit's cool.
Yep, yep.
Cool.
yeah. But if you want to get laugh and you like a lot of your different women being very different from each other, that's your anime right there. S tier just for
There you
content
go.
alone. Good laughs.
Spikes. Ooh.
Okay, okay.
And
I'm
gonna say
assuming
that
the
concludes
immortality
this.
aspect. Okay.
But okay. We all good? We all good here? Yeah. Oh, let me put that bad away. Here. I won't get on my head.
Go,
But oh well.
We'll leave the pro.
go watch
But
Neon
yes.
Genesis Evangelion instead.
But definitely check out these animes that we have recommended. You can check out whatever way you want. It does not matter, but they are all good. That's all I can say pretty much.
Just Evangelion. Yeah, yeah.
Shh.
Yeah. But we watch them so you don't waste your time.
Okay.
Get that thing
But
away
yes.
from me.
Outro, I guess.
Well, yeah, thanks for joining this stream. Hopefully, if you guys like this, comment, suggest whatever possible anime that you guys might like, and we may talk about it. Or just do
Yeah,
whatever
put them in the
hell you want.
comments.
Yeah, if I get around to it.
Yeah, so like it's
Yeah.
either or. I guarantee.
Too
nothing.
busy,
I'm
too
gonna be,
busy,
I'm gonna be
yeah.
upfront with that. Life is gonna be lifing. But okay, thanks for joining this stream. Have a good day and